Hey guys, I wanted to jump on and I wanted to talk about the importance of exercising, despite the fact that we're living with an illness that can be debilitating most times. But I want to give you a little bit of hope as far as that is concerned. So I dress accordingly in my sportiest shirt so I can talk about exercising. So let's go with the first thing that is priority when we are speaking of exercising with multiple sclerosis or any chronic illness that you have. You're going to first want to consult your doctor. And I'm going to be honest, I used to hate this on any of the videotapes, exercise videotapes, or when I would sign up for something new at a gym or anything like that. And they would say, consult your doctor first. And I would think to myself, I'm exercising. I mean, is it that deep? Apparently it is. And here's why. Before starting any exercise program, talk to your doctor or healthcare provider. They can help you determine what types of exercises are safe and appropriate for your condition. This is true. This is very true. And let me start by telling you this. When I was first diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, I was still in, when I was first diagnosed with MS, I was still in high school. So I'd gone to college and I exercised a lot. The thing that I remember the most is I love doing step aerobics. And just like I know, coordination and MS, they don't mix. And a lot of the time I would stumble over the step. But you're talking about someone who was really good at step aerobics. I loved over the top and jumping over the step and back over the step, up and down. But all of a sudden, I realized I didn't have the same coordination. I would flip the step with my foot. I would, I wouldn't be able to get all the way over the top. Okay. You have to check with your doctor because they're going to be able to tell you what is going to work for you. Just because I had MS and step aerobics didn't work for me doesn't mean that it won't work for you. There might be something that isn't as high impact as step aerobics. I said this because I remember going up and down all the time. You have to check with your doctor. They're going to know what is good for your multiple sclerosis. So, number two, start slowly. I was talking to someone yesterday on Instagram, and they were talking about how they wanted to be as independent as I was when I was on my trips. And I said, pace yourself. The same goes with exercise. You want to start slowly. If you're new to exercise or haven't exercised in a while, because you want to gradually increase your intensity and the duration of the workout, because this will help you to avoid overexertion or injury, like when I went over the top. Um, Start slowly, and it's okay to start slower than what you used to start. Again, you're pacing yourself, you're trying to see what the best thing is for you, because exercising is going to be that thing that can keep us in shape, that can keep our hearts up and can keep us from, I mean, let's be honest, we probably live a more sedentary lifestyle than a lot of people do. I know it was for a long time really difficult for me to come outside my room or get out of the bed because I didn't like how I felt about my foot drop, or I didn't like how I felt about being uncoordinated. So you're going to want to start slowly so you can find out what's the best for you, what's the best exercise for you. Number 3 is choose low impact activities. It is okay when you're pacing yourself, try to start with those things you're not too familiar with. And low impact is going to be the best because, overheating and MS doesn't go together at all very well. Low impact is going to be things like yoga, walking, swimming is supposed to be excellent for multiple sclerosis. Cycling, anything that's easy on the joints. So I said yoga, Pilates, anything that, even getting on the machines that you can do your lifting on, weightlifting. Guys, it's okay to pace yourself, start slowly, and pick up something new. Pick up something new. I didn't do yoga before I had the MS. Before I had MS, I wasn't doing yoga, and I love it. I love how centered it makes me feel. It makes me feel like I can take time and still keep up with things that are important to my health. Number 4 is use assistive devices. So, depending on your level of disability, you can bring with you and have with you your cane, your walker, your wheelchair, whatever would help you to get through that exercise the best way. So, some exercises is going to be better for you to make sure that you have a brace on. Don't feel self-conscious about that, because what you're doing is you're looking out for you. And one, you're exercising. Don't feel self-conscious about having to take a cane or a walker or a wheelchair, because there are people who don't need any of those things and they don't come out to exercise. It's okay to take those things that you need for assistance to help you exercise. And your doctor and your therapist can give you ideas of what the better exercises would be if you do need to, say, use a walker or a wheelchair while you're exercising. Number 5, focus on strength training. If you guys heard me yesterday or even the day before, I've been talking about the drop foot, and I've been looking up exercises that might help me with that, because it's different than what it was in the beginning. And I'm wondering, if I do the work, if I would be able to actually lift my foot better. So I have found that strength training can improve your balance and coordination, your overall fitness. Incorporate resistance training exercises such as lifting weights or using resistance bands. When I looked up the one for drop foot, it actually had a resistance band, and it has an opening every so often. So I could put it on my foot and lift my foot and continue to lift my foot. That was the strength that I can work on for my foot. But as we get up in age, ladies especially, as we get up in age, they're actually saying that weight training and strengthening is going to be better than what we all thought we had to do all the time, which was aerobic exercise. And depending on how you do that strength training, you can get some aerobic exercise in. You can get your heart rate up. But I have found that by doing my strength training, working with weights, working with resistance bands, that I actually feel better about myself, not just the way I look, but that I can stand on my own 2 feet better, that I have the strength to stand longer, that I'm balancing better or coordinating better because, yes, I feel better about myself, but I also have the strength to hold that position. And it's helping me a lot. So I would love to hear your guys' feedback on whether or not you think strength training is something that you want to go into, you want to look into, or if you want to start doing. Because I'm really looking at that foot. I'm looking at my drop foot. It has bothered me for a long time, but only as of late have I said, I wonder if I do some weight training with my legs, with the calf area, which is what is affecting the toes to go down and the foot to go down. A lot of people think it's the knee and you can't bend your knee. It's not the knee, it's the calf. So I'm looking into that and I'll keep you up to date on those. Number 6, practice balance exercises. Balance and coordination, we already know. We already know. With the MS, our balance is off. When I was in physical therapy and occupational therapy and speech therapy for about a year. And they always made me practice balancing. And the nice thing about the balancing and the coordination, it wasn't that she wanted me to be perfect, but she wanted me to be able to catch myself. Where could I put my feet that I could stop if I do lose my balance? And balancing is going to actually help your core, is going to help your posture, is going to make you take notice of those things that are happening around you that might make you fall, that might make you go backwards. Because balance, kids balance and we feel like, oh, we've come a long way, we don't even think about it. No, people who are walking don't have multiple sclerosis, they are not thinking about their balance, they're not thinking about the one foot going after the other foot and back and forth and all of that. But we have to think about it. But most importantly is we have to make sure that if we're in the position that we lose our balance, that we can catch ourselves. I lost my balance this morning. I had to get up a little earlier than I thought. I have my little nieces and nephew are here and they want to see auntie. So the moment my mom came back and said they'll be here in 10 minutes. So I jump up, I take a shower, I'm getting ready and everything, but I took my medicine late last night. So my equilibrium was off and my coordination was off, and medicine was still in me. So I wasn't able to catch myself. But I noticed that I also did not cry out for help because I was able to get up on my own. It wasn't a problem. I could get up on my own. But it says to practice balance exercises because it can affect MS. So it's important to include exercises that focus on improving these skills. They name Tai Chi, yoga, Pilates, and there are great options for improving balance and coordination. I always forget Tai Chi. So those are great ways. I love Pilates as well. And it strengthens, again, your core, which is going to help you in the swaying. Listen to your body. That's number 7. Listen to your body. If you are in any pain, if you feel like you can't do what everyone else is doing, or it is a struggle to begin a particular exercise, go back, pace yourself, and get one of those videos often have people who are they're the ones who are going to be up there and they're going to do it low resistance, the way that you can do it, the way that anyone else might be able to kind of chime in and say, okay, she's doing it that way. She's not starting right off doing burpees, take your time and get into it. Listen to your body. Please listen to it, because if you don't listen to it while you're exercising, you'll have to listen to it the next day when you're hurting. Stay hydrated. I talked about my water the other day. This is my second container, which it should be my third, but I've been out and about. But you want to stay hydrated. And it says women who have MS should drink plenty of water during, before, and after exercises. But that is for anybody. I'm a woman. I try to look out for us, but I like to look out for everybody who has a chronic illness. Don't get dehydrated. I'm going to tell you guys something. Dehydration doesn't only come when you're not drinking enough water, but if you're drinking a lot of alcohol, do you know that dehydrates you? If you're drinking a lot of, I like fruity drinks. I'm not a big drinker. Don't give me the bourbons or the tequilas or the whiskeys. I don't want all that. Give me a pina colada or something like that. But it dehydrates you. And that can be as bad for your body as not drinking enough water. So please make sure you get enough. It's going to help you in weight loss, in maintaining your weight, in your exercising, because when you're sweating, it's because of this. And hopefully, when you sweat, you're not tasting the salt. Instead, you're just tasting water. That means you have enough. That means you've been getting enough water. Definitely stay hydrated. Rest when needed. We talk about fatigue a lot because that's what happens to people when you have MS. You get fatigued a lot. You need to rest. Rest when needed. I I got on this kick where I was exercising every single day, and I all of a sudden just ended. I couldn't do it anymore. I could not do it anymore, and I had to stop. So someone's knocking on my door, as you can hear, and I am, of course, recording. But one of the things that you need to make sure that you realize and remember is that rest when it's needed, and exercising will be there later. Exercising will be there the next day. I was so tired, I had to stop for a little while. Like, I was always waking up. But fatigue will let you know when your body needs to rest. And don't be afraid to take breaks during your exercises, in between the days you exercise, as well as in between your exercising when you're in the middle of it. If you feel overwhelmingly fatigued, take a break, because that's also going to cause injury. Because when you're fatigued, your body's not wanting to do what you're wanting to force it to do. So just like I said about step aerobics, I can lift up that foot. Sometimes if your body gets fatigued like that, you're not going to be able to move the way that you want to move. So in order to avoid injury, make sure that you take the rest that you need. And then number 10, consistency is key when it comes to exercise. Try to exercise regularly, even if it's a few minutes a day. So, you know what I said? Pace yourself. Sometimes you want to just give yourself a little chance, or a chance to do a little bit at a time. I got little mixed up in there. But you want to give yourself the chance to do a little at a time. Pace yourself. You don't have to start right away, all gun ho, and be like, okay, I've got to do an hour of exercising a day. Just just ease yourself into it. And remember that all of this and the consistency will help the strength and the way you improve overall health and fitness. Consistency will help you improve your strength and overall fitness, because if you are like, oh, I like that then, but I don't like that now, your body's going to go back and forth. You're going to gain weight and then you're going to lose weight when you start again. You're going to gain muscle and then your muscle is going to go down. And for those of us who unfortunately were not blessed with children, I could see stretch marks in my arms because I've gone back and forth with the whole strength training and the weight loss endeavor. You got to be consistent. Be consistent and you'll see the results that you want. And your body will also give you the results that you want and the results that you need to help you with the multiple sclerosis, with your balance, with your posture, with everything that can help you concerning this chronic illness. So I just want to jump on and give you guys a little bit of exercise talk. And again, this is the weekend. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying your games, whatever you're watching. And we will talk soon more about multiple sclerosis. Bye.